What is up, everybody? ShonnyDman here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys had yourselves a great weekend. So this week you are getting two episodes of Nerd Talk. You're getting one today on Tuesday, and then you're getting another one on Friday. So be sure to check out both. And those are listening on podcast, thank you for listening. And we are here with a very fun guest. Trying to think how I want to start this off. So, yeah, okay, this is how we'll go. So, first off, tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Hi everyone. My name is Mycia. I go by Hello Mycia on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm currently in the process of beginning my streaming portion on Twitch. Right now, as you can see behind me, my room is a little barren, right? But once I get that all started and I can have a more entertaining environment for me to entertain y'all in, you guys can catch me at twitch.tv/hello Mycia. But in the meantime, I do cosplay oriented, gaming focused um, content on TikTok and Instagram. I play FPS games mostly, Overwatch, Valorant, Apex Legends, etc. Um, I am. I would consider myself a gamer. I am masters in Overwatch, diamond in Valorant, and overall, I just want to enjoy the hobbies that I like to do with a community of like-minded individuals.
Okay, okay. So we have
Yeah.
been communicating for I think it's like a couple of weeks now. I'm pretty sure I found you on Instagram, but I don't remember what you were doing. It may have been a cosplay.
Um, I've had a couple of my videos on Instagram go semi-viral, like from a half a million to 2 million over
Okay.
like 5 or 6 videos. Um, I think you might have gone the content that's been popping off lately is the ones that have to do with um me being mistaken as a boy. Like, believe it or not, I actually did, right? Because one of my reels was actually me recounting an experience I had at Anime Expo Los Angeles last year. Um, I was in a maid outfit, like standard black top, black skirt, maid apron, and Air Forces, right? So you know I'm a maid with the Air Forces. So I'm waiting in line to get these Pokemon Nano blocks. I actually have them in the corner. They're on the ground, but like I don't want to get them right now. But
I mean,
I
you
love
could.
Pokemon. I
I
love
mean, nobody's
Legos,
really
and
stopping you from grabbing them, but
that's true. There's someone over there, right? But the thing is, I'm waiting in line, and this guy comes up behind me, and he's like, excuse me, I just want to say that like your outfit is so good. And I was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, yeah, you're the first dude who passes as a woman in a maid outfit. Because I've only seen dudes in maid outfits, but you pass as a woman. So congrats on that. And I was like, thanks. Thanks, bro. Like, even when I present as a woman, somehow they think I'm a dude. And now that reel got like 2 million views or something, which is astonishing because I was like, oh, didn't realize it was a funny experience to have. I didn't realize my life was funny to y'all. But but it was a funny experience to be had because I was like confused. I was like, oh, you think I'm a dude even though I'm wearing a dress? Like usually the you think I'm a girl if I'm wearing a dress, right? But hey, all the power to you.
I think so. I when I checked out your Instagram, I saw a lot of your reels, saw your cosplay. I think the one that like I was like just scrolling through, then I stopped and then scrolled right back up is the you had a. I think this was on your TikTok, but somebody had like commented it and said you look chokeable, but not in like what is it a like a sexual or aggressive way, and I was just kind of like how do people even what is this?
See, you and me both. we both confused. Like I was confused enough to even make a reel out of that, like a comment, like a video just to comment on that, to reply to it. Because like as a pretty girl, I will like I know I'm pretty. Like I do my like I studied like makeup. I did my makeup. I practiced. I do my style. I
Yeah,
grew myself. Like I have good healthy grooming habits, whatever. Right? And I'm pretty. This is what it is, right?
yeah,
As a girl, in general, though, online, you are susceptible to a lot of comments being made about your appearance, regardless of if you're good looking or not. But I've noticed that for prettier people, there's more unhinged comments such as that. Um, Even though I only replied to the comment where it was like, "You look chokeable," and I'm like, "Well, thanks." I don't know what you want me to say about that. But even though that's a more tame side of those comments, I get comments like I get in my DM request, right? So they scared if they want to DM me, right? They don't
oh
want
yeah,
anyone else to see. But they're like, I posted like that reels like, "Hey guys, I'm not a dude, I'm a girl." And people are DMing me still. They're like, "Wow!" Like I posted a picture of myself eating a burger, and I had a bite taken out of it because I'd be eating the burger.
right.
And they swipe on the story. They reply. They go, "Wow, that's a very big bite you took of that burger. Only a man could take that big of a bite." And I was like, I don't know what you want me to say there. Like, thank what? I don't know. I don't even know if I should thank them. Like, just say thanks for telling me. What? Like, or stuff like, oh, I get like the standard comments like, "Oh, please, I want someone to carry me in Valorant, Overwatch." You know, find someone else to do that. Or like, I got one ominous text, and it was like, "I need you," but it
Oh,
was like sinister. I could tell it was sinister, and it wasn't like a "I need you" sort of thing, right? It's like, "I need you," and I was like, "What the heck, bro?" And those are like the tamer sides, but like I get like more unhinged stuff like "step on me,"
oh
but
God.
like in a very descriptive manner. They'll be like,
Oh
"Step on
wow.
me like I'm a bug, and you got 8-inch stilettos, and I just I flew into your house like I'm a bug. I just flew in your house and stung you, and you're angry at me." And I was like, "Whoa, there's a lot to unpack here, buddy. I'm not the TSA, right? I'm not trying to see your luggage like that."
Oh my God. That is, yeah, no, I get it. It's and I've had this like conversation with a lot of the female cosplayers that I've had on, and I'm just like, that's pretty because I had um who I had somebody on last week and we were talking about it. Ami from the Czech Republic, we were talking and it's like she's like because she when she saw me message her, she was like, I don't know if this is a scam or because nowadays it's a lot of it's very much elaborate when people are like trying to like scam you or something like that. And so, and I've had a few guests where like my message gets like hit in the hidden request and things like that, and I'm like, all right, I guess I could just message this person and see how it goes. I mean, fortunately, I you responded, so that worked out nice.
Hmm. I think that when I
Uh
first saw your message, it was also in my message request too.
oh, okay.
But yeah, but it wasn't the hidden. It was like a real message request.
Oh, okay.
But I looked through like your work and stuff, and I was like, "Oh well, would be pretty fun to like go talk to more people." Like I'm an open-minded person.
Yeah.
I believe that every experience I get in life, good or bad, is always a lesson to learn, not only about myself, well, not only about other people, but about myself. Like, oh, I've learned that Sean's a podcaster. He makes a lot of. He invited me to be to have me on an episode talking about whatever he would like, and whatever I get out of this, I'll learn more about Sean and my interaction with Sean. Easy peasy. Like
Yeah.
it is what it is. I don't hold any grudges or anything. Yeah.
So I because so I will so to be fair, with that first message, I was like, because a lot of times I necessarily don't hear what people sound like until the day of recording. And then I was just like, when I first heard your voice, it wasn't last night. It was that reel that I was talking to you about. I was just like, oh, that's an interesting voice. I'm okay with it. And then uh, I listened more to you last night when you were on that game show. I was just like, you know what? I like this voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's like
Yeah, my voice is
I was
deeper
like,
and
I feel very
gruffier.
safe when you speak. Like I know you're going to protect me, so that works out perfectly.
I'm gonna protect you with my voice. You feel safe with my voice.
Well, there's sometimes you just like, oh, you like it comes off as like, hey, I'm intimidating. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my friends. I'll kill you.
Whoa. I do not endorse violence. But yeah, I'll do anything to protect my friends. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. So tell us. So before we get into like the main cosplays and things like that, so for those who are watching, you were on a game, like a little game show the other night. Tell us how you got onto that and what was that like for you?
Um, I have a bunch of creative friends within like the same community space as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And last year I had saw a post. I've seen a post that they were like, "Oh, I'm on this game show called The Only Game Show, TOGS," and I'm like, "Oh, good for them." At that point in my like content creation career, I didn't feel like I was like worthy enough or like able to showcase my skills to an audience. So I believe that at the time I needed to hone my craft first, provide content for others to see, and then I can show it off by getting featured onto like a Twitch stream or a show similar to the Only Game Show. And obviously now I've been creating content for the past like 3-4 months. I think I've did a pretty
Okay.
good job for myself. Yeah, and then I like applied to be a part of the game show because at that point I felt like in my career I was proud of where I was. Well, proud of where I was at the moment. I still could do better. I understand that, but
All
like
right.
I like to show off my stuff, my work. And I initially was really scared, like hesitant, because like these are people from like all across the world, and I don't obviously you're not gonna vibe with everyone. And I understood that I went into the show with that understanding. And I was a little hesitant to interact with everyone because I'm shy. I'm new here.
Mm-hmm.
But um when I went to the show last night at like 6 p.m., I realized like, wow, everyone here is just having fun doing their own thing. And I felt instantly welcomed by everyone. They're all so friendly and nice. And like I tried cracking a little bit of jokes. They laughed, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
they into me. They like me. So um at the end of the show, like when the stream ended, the call went on for a little longer with all the creators.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, hey, Mycia, thanks so much for being like funny tonight. And I was like, hey, I just be providing the laughs. You provide you just provide the laughter. Like you provide me the ability for me to hear it. And um honestly through that show, like even though it's my first, I've signed up for many more, like five or so more within the next season, so until like March. I can't wait to meet everyone else, like all the other creators, because like not only do I want to learn their story, but I also want to learn them as like people, like their vibes, their characters. Maybe I'll meet them at like VidCon or TwitchCon in the future. Um, but overall, amazing first experience on Twitch, and I can't wait to have my own streams like solo or like even invite them to my place, and then we
Yeah.
can do like a collaboration or something. Super fun. I highly enjoyed it.
So you said you've been basically like content creator for about 4 or 5 months. What led you to that decision to do that particular kind of content?
Um, in the past, I have had some accounts where I would post, but not consistently. And because I wasn't able to post consistently, I was being punished by like the algorithms of each
Oh
respective
yeah.
platform because I wasn't having a consistent posting schedule. And that kind of threw me off for a bit, off my social media game for a bit. So I focused on school, focused on, cosplaying and playing a lot of games. Hard to believe, but I was never this successful all the time, right? Yeah, I had to grind somewhere. So I first started playing Valorant in 2021. Then I hit Diamond last year, so 2020, well, 20, the end of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Hit Diamond. Then I switched to Overwatch, played for a bit. Now I'm Masters for the past year. And through that like experience of me learning like how like to get from bronze to wherever rank I was, I used those experiences to put into like my content, to put forward like relatable content, which is why now I have more things of my life that I can share and I can post on a more consistent level on Hello Misha. And um not only did like providing my own content and my own life experiences help out with like, posting consistently, but I met a mentor. I had a mentor. He helped me a lot with he opened my eyes to social media and how he would like handle how him and his interactions with social media would affect his life and stuff. He is a content creator as well, although a different niche.
Right.
Um, but he is very successful. I will say that, and I do look up to him for that. I'm very grateful for his mentorship. He pushed me to post consistently. At first, it was 3 times a day because he was like, "You need more content right now. You just need content, so just push out anything you can." Then after you hit like certain mark, then post this certain times, this caption, this content. Gauge your audience and like understand who TikTok or Instagram or whatever is pushing you towards and cater to them while also never forgetting who you are. Um, since then we have fallen apart. Communication wise, it was just we just drifted apart. It is what it is, but
Yeah.
I will definitely acknowledge like his support in pushing me to hit 10K on TikTok, to hitting 5K on Instagram. Since then, now I have 12K, oh, almost 12K on TikTok and almost 9K on Instagram. So that rapid growth, I feel like is something that I can like, that rapid growth that I've experienced on social media, I should attribute to like him, at least in portion, because he did help me out a lot. And I do recognize and acknowledge that.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. Um, I think I think which direction I want to go. So what? So you are going. So what? You have like a timeline of when you want to set your first stream, or is that just still kind of in flux?
As of right now, I feel like it'd be 2 to 3 more weeks until I can
Okay.
start streaming for an audience. First, right now, I want to work on my content, TikTok and Instagram wise, and YouTube. Um, so I can build a demand, an audience that demands like who wants to see me live, right? Then I'm working on my room right now, so I can provide a more entertaining experience. Um, and also I have been wanting to work in my room for like years, but never got the time. I was always on either like I was on a grind for anything. And probably by the end of February, I'm ordering like new furniture now. This brown cabinet is
Oh yeah.
not the vibe. I'm trying to go for white,
Oh,
futuristic white, like cyber. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Once that happens, I've aimed to create like a calendar so people can like follow like my next stream and see like and plan their days out
Yeah.
with like the thought of me in their schedule, And overall, just like I said before, I just want to create a community of like-minded individuals just to have fun. Like, what is life if you're not happy? What is
Yep.
life if you're not having fun?
Yeah. Because I know. Let's see. I've had this channel for I've had this channel since maybe 2014, but I officially didn't really commit to it till about 2020. So about 4 years ago. Because before I had it, I was just upload stuff, wasn't really committed to it. But then um, heading into 2020, I like had some life changing things going on, and so I decided, you know what, this is a good opportunity to reinvest in everything. And so a lot of the old videos I had on there, I got rid of them all because I wanted to start completely fresh. And then we started things off in 2020 with ShonnyDman Entertainment. For the most part, it was all pretty much video game based until about 2022 is when Nerd Talk started to get developed and come around. So at this point of this particular podcast segment for the channel, this is like episode like 64. So we have, let's see, we've had guests obviously from the US, uh Canada, the UK, the Bahamas, Australia, the Netherlands, and the Czech Republic. So it has been, and these are all cosplayers. Some of them do cosplay and adult content creation. Some just do gaming. So it is a variety of people. But yeah, I get that. March will be the official uh, first time that I'll be streaming on YouTube. Um, so very excited to finally add that element to the channel as well. I haven't decided on the game just yet. Probably it's going to be Baldur's Gate 3, but we'll definitely see for that. So I think with streaming for me was probably going to be like once a month at the start, and then we'll just see how things go throughout 2024.
That's pretty good to hear. I'm excited to see how it unfolds for you.
Yeah, very much excited. This is a good opportunity for like me to branch out and meet new people. Because like kind of growing up, it was very hard to like really put myself out there, and I figured using this YouTube channel and the podcast and everything was a good way of me doing that. And it's been good. It's been good. I really have some good friendships with people. Some guests I've had on, obviously, don't talk as much, but I'll check in on them every once in a while. And there are a few that I talk to about almost every day. Uh, One of them is my friend Jamie. She came on to do a podcast, and nowadays we just pretty much just like shit talk each other. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good meeting some outstanding cosplayers. Um, so for you and your cosplaying, when did you start that?
I think the beginning of my passion for cosplaying was in fifth grade. I was 10,
Okay.
and at the time I had a friend. She was half white, half Japanese, and during like silent reading time, I would pull out the Hunger Games, right? She
What?
pulls out One Piece manga, like the Japanese manga. And I would look at her and I was like, why are you reading a language that's not English? She was like, I'm half Japanese, fool. What the fuck do you think? Like, well, obviously, like, not like that, but she's like, her demeanor is like, I'm half, like, I can read this. I like this sort of stuff. So she introduced me to anime and manga through One Piece.
Okay.
She definitely influenced my love for Japanese culture. In high school, I like studied Japanese. I competed in like linguistics competitions for Japanese, and cosplaying was put on hold through my academic years. But as of most recently, during 2020, I also began cosplaying, um, and like privately. Like I didn't post on Instagram. I just went out to conventions and dressed up. But when I first started posting my cosplays, it was when I joined a cafe, in Southern California called Made Academy Cafe, and it's a nonprofit charity for like stray cats in Orange County and LA County. Um, we did like photo shoots. At first, it was just made stuff, right? We'd be wearing aprons and dresses, entertaining guests. Then my boss, Giselle, or the head maid, Giselle, she's technically my boss, but like she's so friendly and so nice and welcoming. Like she's so welcoming to anyone. Like I am astonished by her like positivity and like welcome like her like inviting like vibe. She's amazing. Anyway, she like asked me, she's like, "Do you want to do a photo shoot with us?" And I was like, "Photo shoot? Oh my gosh, I've never done that before." She's like, "Yeah, we were cosplaying made versions of blank." And I had the first one I did was like Alice in Wonderland themed. And she was like,
Okay.
okay, like everyone choose what they want. I didn't know what to choose. At the end of the day, Alice for some reason Alice in Wonderland. Or no, it was like fairy tale themed. So
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I want to be Alice in Wonderland. So I did a cosplay for Alice in Wonderland. I bought like a blue dress. It's really nice. I think I still have it. Um, with a maid apron. It was all cute and stuff. She was like, perfect, great. And I was like, cool. Then we started doing more shoots. Then I think the next one I did was like Princess Peach as a cherry blossom maid. That was
Yeah.
cute. Next one I did was My Melody. It was Sanrio themed. So like I did I was chosen to be My Melody. So I wore a bunch of pink. I think I posted it on my Instagram as well. It was a lot of pink. It was a lot of pink and frills. I will say that. And I had so much fun with like cosplaying with the other girls, my teammates. I made so many lasting relationships in Maid Academy Cafe. Um, through thick and thin, we always keep like each other in check. It's like Loki a sorority, but like without the hazing, you know, without
Right.
without like the letters. But but yeah, cosplaying. If I had cosplayed solo without Maid Academy Cafe, I don't think I would be here where I am today. They like pushed me to be more public and like post my cosplay content and stuff. And like ever since then, like that and my passion just for dressing up in general, um, fueled me to be where I am today.
Pretty cool. What are some future cosplays that you are working on now, or something you want to do in the future?
Um, that's funny you asked that because I for Christmas I had received an Overwatch cookbook,
Oh,
which
oh
is
yeah, I heard
like
about that.
a cookbook full of recipes where like um from that's themed to every character in Overwatch or Overwatch 2, I guess, but Overwatch 1 at the time of the cookbook's publication. So I was looking through the book, they have like, Cassidy, Ash, oh yeah, Cassidy or McCree at the time, Ash, Soldier, um, Reaper. Those are the Americas, right?
Right.
So they would have like liquor drinks. They would have like tacos, nachos or whatever, barbecue steak, etc. In the Asias, we had Zarya, Russia, Symmetra, um, India, right? And like May, China, and everything else. They would have like I don't know, like at their like continental cuisine. And I came up with this idea with my friend. Her name is Tisabi. She is another content creator I met on TikTok. She loves Overwatch too, as well. And I was like, girl, you and I have to get together and like bake and like make some of these recipes while cosplaying as the character whose recipe derived it was derived from. So I really want to be able to cosplay as many Overwatch characters as I can. Um, whether it be a good cosplay, like a really, really nice one, or like a really scuffed one. It doesn't matter. I think
Right.
the beauty of cosplaying as a passion is like as a hobby. It's just if you're having fun. And I'm just having fun doing whatever I do. So my streams, I plan to stream making like Overwatch like
Ooh.
recipes from the Overwatch cookbook while being cosplayed as their respective characters. I will try my best to go down the roster, but there's some that I'm like a little hesitant about, like Zenyatta. I don't know how to cosplay Zenyatta without like turning into a robot, right? But um, I'll try my best to get swole like Zarya. I'm almost there. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little more.
Over here
But I don't
flexing.
really like I don't really have anything yet. I'm not that strong. So hopefully I'll get to Zarya's point, or I can just buy like a blow up suit. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be scuffed.
I think that would be a pretty fun stream to watch. I definitely watch that. I mean
Hey, thank you, man.
I'd be more interested in the food honestly because I'm very much a food person. Um, but yeah, that would be pretty cool to watch. I was just thinking that too when you were talking about the cookbook and everything. I was like, you know what, she could probably do a stream and do something like that. And look at that, you're already ahead of it. Um,
Well,
so that'd be pretty
I
cool.
mean, like I need to touch on my cooking skills, like real. I need to touch them up really good because I when I was cosplaying, when I was like exploring my style, etc., making content, I would live off of like the basic college student food
Oh yeah,
groups. So instant ramen was my
yeah,
favorite. A lot of rice. I don't know, leftover meat from my like leftover like ribs or something from like protein from my parents. Like whenever they cooked, and like I would come out my den, right? And I'll come out and be like, "You guys have any food for me?" And they're like, "You make it yourself." I'd be having leftovers, soft drinks, energy drinks, stuff like that. And I realized that wow, the last time I cooked an egg was when I was 15, and I'm 21 now. So I need to cook an egg stat, right? I need to get back on the oven and get back on the stove because I want to move out. But if I'm gonna move out, I'm gonna need to learn how to cook.
yeah,
So through the cookbook, I think it's like a more like it's like a nudge for me to like start cooking. A little pressure, you know.
right.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Um, so what did you go to? So you mentioned that you were in college, or are you in college, or you finished?
I'm currently in college right now.
Like, what are you going to college for?
I am a okay. I'm a business major, so there's a lot of
Mm,
stereotypes I know about like surrounding business majors, where like we don't do homework, we're not real majors, we're not gonna
okay.
provide any impact in society. You know, that could be true. Like that is true. I don't have a lot of homework. Well, it's a lot of just writing essays or whatever, like high school homework. But like it's like not necessarily that the major itself isn't gonna impact society as much as like a STEM major.
Right.
It's just that, I understand my strengths and I am not a STEM girl. I'm not a woman in STEM. Those people, women in STEM, so smart. My cousin, biochem, medical engineer, something, something.
Oh my
My other
gosh.
cousin, pharmaceutical science. My other cousin, nurse. My other cousin, mechanical engineer. And I'm like, business major, right? Um, hey, I understand my abilities and I am not able to do STEM stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy nuts. I respect them who like whatever they do. But for me, I can't because I'm not that smart. But I do know how to whip up a mean essay. Like I love linguistics, I love language. Um I love like I don't know, just I love talking to people and I felt like business majors um do just that. And yeah, cause I just I just like learning about people, business psychology, etc. And I will be graduating soon in the next year.
Okay.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
Finally out of school, doing my own stuff. The heightened pressure of getting a job, you know.
Yeah, you go to school for business major, and then down the line, your full time job is being a content creator. But
Well,
you could
at this
probably
point,
business model it.
yeah, yeah, I have used a lot of the theories I learned in classes to apply to like my own life and
Okay.
like how to yeah properly market myself, assess demand for my content, how to adapt to like life, like not like real life events and how it'll impact like my
Mhm.
business, right? But I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. If I was a STEM major, I don't think I. It would be a lot more work to put content creation into my life if I had if I were to have been a STEM major. I have seen incredible people do it.
Yeah.
They're like nurses and they're content creators at the same time. They're like tech people and they like have their content creation too. It's just that like I like to live life chill and not a lot of work. So yeah, I
I
guess
respect.
business majors
Yeah.
do fit that for me, fulfill that, and but yeah, like also the double edged sword of like a being a business major, like yeah, you don't do work and you don't provide impact. Well, initially, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're like a CEO of like Coca Cola or something, right? But like because they don't expect that because they know you don't provide because they know that business majors usually don't provide a lot of impact society wise, you're not expected to provide impact. Like the standards are lower of me doing work. So when I say I'm a business major, they go, "Oh, she's probably gonna be like a Nordstrom salesperson or something," and I'd be like, "Well, that bar is kind of low for what a business major can potentially be,
Yeah.
but okay, thank you." And then I say, "Oh, I create content online," and then they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. What makes you want to do that?" And I'm like, okay, yeah, see, now I'm interesting because I'm doing something that's, not a normal salary job,
Right.
like a doctor,
Yeah.
right? Or maybe I'm just naturally interested like that. I don't know.
That could
But
be
yeah,
something in the future though. It's some you potentially like helping content creators that are already established or up and coming from like a business perspective, like this is how you need to market your channel, this is how this and this. That would be an interesting way to go about it. Uh yeah, I think you could probably pull that
that's
off.
true.
I think you could pull
But thank you. That's true. Like I could go that route, but also I love being in the spotlight. I love like talking to people. I love shining. So I would like myself
it.
to
Yeah.
create content as well.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. I have always been a more of a laid back person, and I'm just kind of like I'm pretty much go with the flow in most cases. Like I've had friends where like they're like stressing out with school and just things like that, and here I am just kind of like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go play video games. And so because it's like I I don't see the need, and like you see it with a lot of people in nowadays. It's like I don't see a need to like overstress myself and worry about things that aren't in my control.
Of
And
course.
so I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna do. Oh, you have cookies.
Yeah. Actually, I went to Target and I love these like the
Oh
sugar
yeah, those
cookies.
are
I don't know if
those
you guys
frosted
seen
little
that.
cookies. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, yeah. My choice, I go to Rouse and I buy them. But I was with Target with a friend doing grocery shopping and I saw them. I was like, girl, we gotta get those. 8 for 20, like 24 for $8. Like, I'm gonna snatch that shit up. But I'm eating it, and it's like the sprinkles, the jimmies are not the same.
Okay, yeah,
Like, I don't know. I'll
yeah,
give a
yeah.
chance on a new. I'm very open. I'll give chances to new things. I love
Mm.
new experiences, but I don't think I'll ever buy them from Favorite Day Bakery. No, Ralph's is where it's at. Ralph's is where it's at.
Um, no, I like that. But yeah, it's because like I like friends like again, I'll have friends who are like one of the things that people have always said to me is like because I like to travel. I do want to travel, and that's the thing. And that's, you got one life. Honestly, you need to try to live it as much as possible.
Mm.
Uh, and so I've had a lot of people be like, "How do you have money to like travel and things like that?" And I'm just kind of like, I make time. I don't make excuses for it. Now, obviously, different things impact people's lives differently. So, but like, let's see, I'm 31 at this point in my life, and I've been to about 20 different states, and I've been to
Wow.
Cuba twice, and I'm planning trips, or I'm not planning necessarily. I'm not in the planning stage just yet, but I'm looking into it. But I'm looking to visit Europe, maybe within the next 2 years, depending on how you know things go with the world and everything. If we're not in an apocalypse, but that is my plan for that. And so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. See, I'm very distracted by the cookie now because I do love those kind of cookies. I well, I say that, but I'm very much like or I love Oreos, Chips Ahoy, but they have
Mm.
to be the chewy Chips Ahoy.
I like chewy as well.
I prefer chewy. Um, uh, Nutter Butters, those are good. I love vanilla wafers because I can just like take peanut butter and then just make a little cookie sandwich out of it.
Mm. To be honest, I'm not a peanut butter fan. I don't know. I'm
Really?
not. I'm not really a big fan of peanut butter. No, I just don't see it.
Or what? I love peanut butter. I don't like chunky. I hate chunky peanut butter. I do, but I love smooth. I will always go with that as my choice.
Mm.
Because
For
I'll
me,
make it
I'm a
like a
chunky peanut butter
yeah, I'll
person.
make it like a peanut butter sandwich and like put some honey on it, and it's fantastic.
But this sounds yummy. Mm.
See, um,
I don't know. Butterfingers.
okay,
Um.
but yeah,
Not my favorite.
really,
Yeah, I'm not a peanut person. No,
I'm
I
not
like my
either.
peanuts steamed.
Okay, like I don't like peanut M and M's.
Oh, I
Um,
love peanut M&Ms.
I'm not a big fan of peanut M and M's. So, uh, Snickers, not really. Uh,
Me
I
neither.
hate with a passion. I hate almond joys. Those are disgusting.
I like almond joys. I like
Those are
coconut.
kind of
I
gross.
like coconut shreds.
I'm not a coconut kind of guy, and so it's just the taste of it. It's just like I don't want. Why would I eat this? But um, what other cookies do I like? It's a lot. I'm very I'm I'm very like picky with a lot of stuff, depending on what it is. Like if there's like peanuts or something like that already in it, for like the most part, I'm fine with it. But if I have the option to avoid it, then I'm going to avoid it. So like instead of peanut M&Ms, I'm just going to get regular M&Ms.
Hmm. For me, I like peanut M&Ms. I don't like peanut butter. I'm not a big fan of Oreos. Too sweet, I feel like.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I think when I was growing up, my mom would like make me desserts, Asian desserts, and I noticed that they're much less sweet than
Mm.
American desserts. I can't stand American cakes, like when the bread is like soaked with like sugar water or something, and like the
Okay.
bread is too sweet even without the sugar water. The frosting is hella sweet, atrociously sweet, fondant. Oh, but when my mom would make me like Vietnamese cakes, I'm Vietnamese. Um,
Okay.
we
You're
would
like the
eat.
third Vietnamese I know.
Whoa,
I know.
it's an honor.
And so at least the other two I met during college, and they're very interesting people. I enjoy it. I'll tell you about it in a second, but go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, like I would eat like the Vietnamese desserts I ate were like gelatin based instead of bread based, which I thought it was cool. And like it was a lot of fruit, and the fruit isn't like fruit is inherently sweet, but it's not like candy sweet, and it's like sickly sweet.
Okay.
So I really enjoy that. I love fruit. I really want to try that tangulu, the sugar, the crystallized like sugar fruit on the skewer. I want to try that. Those are pretty good. I will that I've seen. They seem like they're pretty good. So I want to try them out. Yeah. So tell me more about like the Vietnamese friends that you met in college.
Um. So when I was in college, I was part of this Baptist campus ministry, and we would help host international welcome parties. And so each semester, we when new international students would come into the country, or they come to particularly where our college. I went to a community college, and so we would have like these hosting parties. So when they would come, and we would have like bags for them, just like kind of like hygiene products, things like that. Welcome to the United States. Welcome to I'm from Alabama, so welcome to Alabama. Nice to have you. And so the the first one I met, it she wasn't there for the welcome party, but she came for because we also did a Thanksgiving because obviously international students either they have Thanksgiving or they do Thanksgiving very differently. And so we would do like traditional Thanksgiving dinners with the students. And this is where I met the first one. Her name was Lynn. Um, I'm not I can't remember what part of I can't remember what part of Vietnam she was from. But she was very sweet. We hung out a lot, like a good bit of times. We She invited me over to her dorm, and she made dinner, and it was like rice, uh, leftover chicken that she had from previous day, and dried seaweed that you can like roll and things like that. I I'm not much of a seaweed guy, but obviously I was she went out of her way to make this, and so I enjoyed eating it. So how long was she here? She was here for a good bit, and then the second one that came, which we actually still talk a good bit. Um, we haven't hung out a whole lot, but we do talk a good bit, and both are very, very good people. I've really much enjoyed hanging out with them. It was a good opportunity to like learn about them because obviously there is a little bit of a language barrier because their English wasn't as great, and obviously I didn't really understood Vietnamese all too well. But it was a good opportunity for us to like bond and get to know each other and build that kind of relationship. And their English has come a long way since then. I try to learn some Vietnamese uh, to impress them, but it's just the only Vietnamese I know. Oh wait, oh shoot, do I remember it? Was it? I think the only Vietnamese I know is it Ni Hao Ma? I
Oh,
think.
that's Chinese.
Oh, that's it. Is that really Chinese? Oh, wait, what is it then? I don't remember now. I remember learning some, like at least saying hello in Vietnamese, but I don't remember what it was. This was years ago.
Like Sin Chow.
Oh, okay. Are you fluent or
I am. Yeah.
okay? Because like that's always something like interesting to know about either internationals who grew up here in the states or come over to the states. How often they're fluent in their native language. That's pretty cool. Do you like speak it a lot with your parents, or is it just kind of like meh?
I was born here actually.
Okay.
Um, yeah. And at first, my family tried to have me speak Vietnamese with them. I just wasn't having it. I just didn't want to. I was tired. I didn't want to learn. But as I grew older, I realized that um I would notice that my family friends would come over from like Vietnam, but
Okay.
no one would talk to them because they don't know how to speak English and we didn't know how to speak Vietnamese. So I took it upon myself in the past like 5 years where I learned to speak Vietnamese on my own,
Okay.
and then I um gradually worked up to a point where I could be conversational with them. And through there, I'm always learning. I'm not saying I'm most like I'm fluent. I'm probably
Right.
like an eighth grader, but well, in comparison to like true natives, right? But as long as they can understand and as long as I can make them laugh, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, I like that. So have you traveled anywhere? Like, obviously, you're, I think, based in California. Have you traveled anywhere else in the United States?
I am from SoCal,
Okay.
but I've traveled to NorCal, Oregon, Washington,
Okay.
um, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. So all the West.
Oh, wow.
Um, the well, yeah, like the West Coast and some of the Midwest. The furthest east I've gone, Missouri. I want to go to New York though. Seems fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much it. I also want to go to Maine for the clam chowder and the lobsters. I
You
love
know,
lobster. I
yeah,
love seafood.
I have been the same way because it's like it's one of those Maine is just like one of those places that's cause it's kind of like you want to go just so you can go because nobody really talks about that state. There are like a few states here in the country where nobody really talks about, like Maine, Vermont. I think those are really the only two. But Maine, I have always wanted to go and just check out. Um, because obviously they're gonna have the best seafood because they're like right there on the ocean.
Yep.
And then let's see, when I went to Cuba, their seafood was pretty good. Uh,
Cuba.
yeah, I went twice. The first year I went, we were more inland in on the island. The second year we were more on the coast. Um, the second year was interesting because it was a lot more. Overall, the food was good. I enjoyed the food. We had like pork. Um, we had like three different kinds of rice. It was like white, yellow, and brown rice. Um, we had lobster. We had goldfish. We had swordfish. Um, we had sea turtle. And then they even roasted like an entire pig for us as well. So that was a cool thing to like watch because they had been like prepping and rotating it for like 6 7 hours by the time we got around to eating it. So it was awesome.
Sounds amazingly dope. I want to go now.
Oh man, it's great. I really their coffee. I love Cuban coffee. It's if you ever have to like if you ever go to Florida and you go to like well, I guess primarily Miami would be the main one, although you could probably get it in other places as well. But like, if you can find a place that sells Cuban coffee, it is very strong. I don't know how much of a caffeine person you are, but it like you don't even add sugar or nothing to it. You can just drink it straight black, and that will hype you up for a good bit.
Dang, that's sounds nuts. But I feel like Vietnamese coffee, like drip coffee, I feel like it's also strong too.
Hmm.
And I've grown to like the taste of Vietnamese coffee. It's sweet, rich, smooth,
Okay.
dense, creamy. Yeah. So I'd love to try Cuban coffee one day.
I let's see. I don't think I've tried coffee. Like, I've never had Vietnamese coffee, so wouldn't know what about like. I would like to try it. It does sound pretty good. Um, I used to not be a heavy coffee drinker, uh, but I very much like coffee now. So I'm not. I don't drink it straight black. I don't know how people can do that, but I gotta have like at least some cream and sugar in it. But man,
I think black coffee is a little too bitter for me. You know, I think
okay.
the creamer really does like help it go down. But I don't know. Black coffee is weird. It's just I like my coffee like a shade of brown, like light brown. So
I
a lot of milk, a lot of creamer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like hot cocoa.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, Trying to think. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're 21, so I can ask. Are you a wine drinker? Do you enjoy that kind of thing?
For me, I enjoy beer the most.
Okay.
I love Modelo's. Yeah, Modelo's are my favorite. Pacificos as well, if I need a substitute. Um, Drinking out like going out with friends, I would drink. This is one time I had a Huckleberry brew, like Huckleberry beer. No, wait,
Okay.
they called it Huckleberry, but it was just boysenberry, but like in a cowboy boot.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I think that was why the name was like that. It was cute. It was like a good gimmick. I enjoy fruit beers, lychee beer, grape beer, pineapple beer, Modelo's, right? Lime, you know. But as an Asian in Southern California, the most prominent, the most as an Asian college student in Southern California, um, I've understood that the most prominent and most popular alcoholic drink is soju. Um, it's cheap. It's like 3, $4 a bottle,
Hmm.
singular. A pack of six is like 15, um, to 18. Um, and it comes in a variety of fruit flavors, right? We have grape, green grape, grapefruit, lychee, strawberry, apple, mango, apple mango, etc.
Right.
It's 12% alcohol, 14% if it's non-flavored. And I found that stuff goes down like juice. Like I think it's straight up juice. I don't get messed up as much though. I can take like an easy 10 shots and then I'll start to feel something.
Okay.
Um, but recently, because I just turned 21, I turned 21 around the time I started creating content. So I turned
Oh, okay.
21. I'm a Scorpio, so October, so Halloween area.
Oh,
And
wait. What am I?
I,
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm
and what are you?
Aquarius.
Oh, February. So happy birthday around now. Within the next month, happy early birthday.
I was actually what's today? Today's the 20th. It's in 9 days. It's on the 29th.
Well, well, congrats. Happy
Ah,
birthday, early birthday.
that's
But but yeah, so I've been going out to more bars because now, the area has been unlocked for me. And I'm going to more bars. I haven't gone to a club yet, but I want to just to see the
okay.
vibes. I just want to go for once, just to see how it is.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
I went to a bar in Sacramento a couple weeks ago. My coworkers invited me out, and I was like, oh, okay, well, how can I say no? And I entered the bar, and I'm like, wow, this is very new to me. The drinks are expensive. They're like more expensive than boba. Weird. And it's loud. And I'm looking at like the style of what everyone's wearing to the bar. And I'm just observing and stuff. Observing the interior design, the writing on the walls, font, lights, etc. DJ, music choice. And I go to my friend, I'm like, dude, I have no idea what I want to order. And he's like, you want to just order? You want to just order what I'm ordering? It's a vodka Red Bull. And I was like, I've never had one, but I know that's a stimulant and a depressant at the same time. So I've never had that, so I'll try it. Vodka Red Bulls are really sweet. Like, I think I like them, but because they're a stimulant, it takes, you know, caffeine is a stimulant,
Yeah.
and then the alcohol is a depressant. So it takes a little while for you to feel the effects of the alcohol per se, and then as a result, you get fucked up, like even worse. Like you get hit like a train. When you do get fucked up, when it does register in your body. But I only had one drink, so I tried it out. Pretty good drink. Um, I do want to learn like other drinks though. Like being a bartender sounds kind of fun. Like I be mixing drinks like it's like Papa's Pizzeria. Like Papa's Pizzeria, right? Like I be like like Cookie Mama, you know? I love cooking games when I was younger. It just felt so easy. Like a assembly line, that sort of thing. And I I think bartending would be super fun if I knew the
Yeah.
drinks, you know. But yeah, for me, vodka, it it's like water. It goes down really easily. I don't know why. It just it's like vodka. I feel like is like a mother's lecture, right?
Mhm.
Like a parental lecture. You've heard it multiple times already. You know, the first time you hear it, you get lectured. You're like, damn, this kind of hurt. You know, with vodka, the first time you have vodka, you're like, damn, why does shit burn? Why my stomach feel hot for? But over time, like you get used to like the burn, and you get used to the taste. You get used to the lecture, and you're like, damn, this shit easy to go through. I just gotta, turn off one sense, and then I
Yeah.
just zone out, right? So with vodka, I just down it, and I feel it go down my throat, and I'm like, yep, vodka. I just move on. Like I wouldn't choose vodka out of a lineup. Soju all
Right.
the way, soju and beer. But like those are my choice of alcohol drinks. What about you?
So I actually it depends. Rarely drink. I guess I'm more of a social drinker, so if it's like a wedding or some kind of event, I'll probably drink then. But like other than that, I think the last time I drank was 2020. Yeah, it's about 2020. I forgot why I was doing it, but um I like I I don't have a precise brand I drink. I'll try almost anything. I don't like Heineken. That's gross. Uh,
Mm.
I tried Apple Orchard once. Not really my thing.
It's it's nice.
It's
It's
fine,
dark
but it's not like
cider.
yeah. It's just I'm like it's okay. Tried Smirnoff. I'm okay with Smirnoff. We're on good terms.
Hmm.
Um, Blue Moon. My best friend Bailey, he loves Blue Moon. I tried it. It's like tasted all. It's like it just tasted straight up like wheat, and so I was like, I don't want this. Um, Funny. It's like one of the times, which if you ever come to Alabama, I'll have to take you. I'll have to take you to this place. But like, we went to a town near me called Auburn, and it was me, my best friend Jessica, and her brother because he was going to Auburn, and we had a friend who was going to Auburn, so we were down there hanging out. And when we're going out to eat, well, we had to wait because it was about like an hour or so wait at this restaurant, but you could order drinks. And so my friend Jessica's over here ordering like shots and margaritas and stuff like that. And she's already kind of pre-drunk. And so I was like, ugh, when she gets pre-drunk, she's a little bit of a hassle to deal with. And we were driving because they decided they were going to go to a bar. There's this place in Auburn called the Sky Bar, and that's where they were going to go. And we're stopped at this red light, and there's a gas station next to us, and my friend Jessica just like rolls down the window, pre-drunk. She sees a cute guy. She's like, "Hey, are you going to Sky Bar?" And we all like turn to look at her, and the guy's girlfriend comes out from around the car, and she's like, "What did you say?" It's like, "Stop! You're gonna get us into trouble. You're gonna get into a fight." And but she's fun though. Drunk Jessica is always fun,
Mm.
although she doesn't do it as much now. So, but
Well, at least you could at least experience like drunk
yeah,
Jessica.
yeah. I can see my friend Colby. Let's see, we were at his house. He had we did some Jack and Coke. Uh, he had I forgot what it was, the crack, and I forgot what it precisely called, but it depends honestly. Like it has been about 4 years since I did, but every now and then I most probably like for my birthday. I tend to like just enjoy my birthday by myself. I'm not a big birthday party person, so uh I might just have like a drink or something on my birthday and just call it a day. So be pretty chill about it. Yeah.
For me, sometimes like I come home, have a beer, and I'll be it. But not like every day. Once in a while, just
Yeah.
to treat myself. Not an alcoholic. I barely turned 21.
Already already have the alcoholic persona going on for you as soon as you turn 21.
Or I like Hanneken,
Oh,
but
I just don't like it.
I didn't know that they sold non-alcoholic beer. So I drink that at
Okay.
parties. Um, I don't want to get fucked up, and so I drink something that makes it look like I am. And then they're like, wait a minute, why are there two zeros on this beer? And I'm like, that's crazy. I'd be like, that's crazy. I don't know why they would do that. Probably two zeros because I'm so skinny like that. I'm a size 00, you know? I'm
Right.
not, but like
Oh, oh.
probably, you know, probably.
Oh my gosh. That's just wild, wild. I swear, just talking to you, you just seem like if I was ever going to a party, you're definitely the person that I want as a wingman or a wing woman.
Mm,
Like you'd be the highlight of the party.
thank you. I try to be. Cause I just like hosting. When I grow up, like I want to be able to have a house, like the Great Gatsby. I want to be get the Great Gatsby. Like I want to host the parties, my house, and like I want my family to be like known as like the cool kids, you know,
Yeah,
and like always welcoming. Anyone gets hurt, I'll take care of it. But I just want you guys to have fun. I supply food, you know, drinks, entertainment. At the end of the day, they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Misha, for like this great party, woo!" And like that's all I want. I just want to be with my people. I want to
yeah,
party with my people. I want to have fun. That's it. Enjoy life, celebrate life.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. What so what's the next couple of months? I know we talked about you getting your streaming up and going, but what else is coming up for you here in the future?
Um, to be honest, I don't know. I'm just feeling things out. I only have my next. I only have February planned right now. I
Okay.
plan my months as I go on. You know, the month before, usually things get booked, but I have a lot of extracurriculars. Like you know, my friends. I would call them my extracurriculars because they are a hefty load to hang out with and stuff. Um, I plan to go to more conventions. I like going to conventions, meeting new people, cosplaying. Ultimately, just like creating content for the masses to enjoy,
Mhm.
and I guess to be perceived. I don't know. I've got a couple DMs of like people being like, "Oh, you like made costumes? Can you put me in one? Can you
Uh,
get me one?" And I'm like, "No." Like I don't respond to them, and I'm in my head. I'm like, "No." Like,
right.
okay, well, it's not really selling their point here. But like, I get comments. I get comments like, "I request like, thank you so much for boosting my self confidence. Like, your vibe is so nice. What's your secret?" And I'm like, my secret is just is delusional confidence. That's fake it till you make it work.
Oh yeah,
Fake
there
it
it
till you make
is.
it work. Like I've been faking it for a long ass time, and now I made it. So not necessarily where I want to be destination wise, but
Yeah.
I have made something for myself. And what it like to get to where I am today, you kind of have to have like a hardened shell, a hardened demeanor. You don't let like you can't let negative comments define you
Right.
or your
Right.
reaction. People who like leave negative comments, like this is coming from me. When I was younger, I used to just be a consumer, content consumer. Now I'm a content creator. And now I understand like when I leave comments on people's stuff, people see that. But at the time I'm like 14, right? I'm like rebellious, I'm edgy, I'm a troll. And I'm just like saying
Yeah.
mean things to people like wow, maybe that wasn't your color. Or like, you're so confident, I could never be like that. Something like that. And like I was chronically online. I will admit that. And I never like DM people. I always comment.
Hmm.
But if like, but if people are like DMing me, comments DMs are basically just private comments. But people will DM me stuff like really negative stuff,
Oh
or like
really?
really positive stuff.
Yeah.
It's all up to them. Whatever they want to send to me, it's up to me if I want to reply. And I usually don't.
Yeah.
Like they're not real people. And when I was 14, on the chronically online, I was not a real person. Like, not to say that chronically online people aren't real, because they are. They're real people. I'm saying that someone who always spends their waking moments online and judging people and letting the judged person know that they're getting judged by them is incredibly pathetic. Like, I urge them to seek positivity
Hmm.
in within themselves and like say nice things. Like if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it. Like is it like if it's nice, that's good. If it's criticism, like constructively, that's good. If you're just telling me like I'm not the shit, like oh you like I have a comment, I have a DM. You think you're the shit, like you're not. You've never been, you never will be, you have never at all. And like your confidence is like, oh yeah, I posted like a reel. It went viral a little bit, like 500,000. And the caption I wrote is not my fault everybody wants me.
Oh yeah, I think
And
I
then I
saw
put
that.
sat I try to put like do it like as satirical as possible.
Yeah.
Because obviously not everyone wants me. But if I believe so, maybe it gets manifested.
Hmm.
And I get some comments, they're like, your caption is like delusional and you should get a life. Or like, girl, not everyone wants you. I don't want you. Or like, girl, nobody's gonna like you with that attitude. And I'm like, well, you're giving me an engagement right now. You're
Yeah.
engaging with my content. Obviously, you like my content enough to engage with it. If you didn't, then don't. Like,
Yeah.
people want me. Like I've had exes. I know people have wanted me. Like like you gonna deny my exes like that? Like God, dude. But like I try to be like acknowledging of like that like delusional confidence because it does get you places. But
Mm,
people will take that the wrong way. People will take that as ego if like they take it at face value. Because face value, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm actually the best Overwatch player ever. But in text, it just says, yeah, I'm the best Overwatch player ever. Or like it doesn't come off when you see my face and the tone of which I'm saying it. Then you'll know, like, oh yeah, she's being satirical. She's not being real here, guys. She's funny. She's funny. But I guess I could give them the benefit of the doubt through tone. Like there's no tone in text.
yeah.
There's only tone in voice and you know, physical, visual communication. But hey, it is what it is. Let the haters hate, because the haters are what engage my content. They push my content forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I've like, I have a friend, one of the guests I've had on, uh, and not just her. I always try to like comment on a lot on everybody's stuff just to hype them up. And obviously they'll get comments anyway if people are like, "Oh, you look good" and everything like that. But um, I always try to like make just really hype them up and like, hey, because I yeah, because one of my friends, she was telling, we were talking about it the other week, because she posted a cosplay. I don't remember what it was, but I told her, I said, "Hey, you look absolutely stunning. You look great." And she was like, she was very happy about that, because she sometimes she doesn't feel very good about her body, and some of the cosplays and things like that that may, you know, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, show off, not necessarily, like, not show off her body and things like that. But I was just like, listen, you look great. As long as you're happy doing it, that's all that matters. And obviously, you're gonna have a bunch of people tell you the same thing, that you look amazing. So don't let that stop you from. Don't let the haters bring you down. Don't be like these some of these Star Wars boys that are out there being ridiculous.
Star Wars.
That's a
Well,
that's a
I think
hot
that
thing
like
going on.
I like the haters. They give me a different perspective on myself
Hmm.
that I would have never had. Cause why hate yourself? Like you are the only person you can 100% trust. Like and lean on. Like you are the only person who will be in your life forever. It's like, oh yeah, like of course I'm gonna be in my life forever. But when you have to like think about that, like your best friend can be gone in a second.
Yeah,
Mom, your siblings, um, yeah, like your like the people you love around you, they're not guaranteed to be there for the rest of your life. Only
yeah,
you are, because regardless, if you're alive, if you're dead, the second you're dead, that's the end of your life, right? And you're gone from your life now.
yeah,
And
yeah,
um, so obviously, I love myself. I'm like, who like what else can I do about myself? I gotta love myself.
yeah,
And when haters like come into my comments and my DMs and they're like, "You're nothing. You think you're shit. You think you're all that. You're nothing. Like you're not pretty. I don't want you. You're like you don't have any work, like real work. Like go get a job. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, well, loving myself is a job in it of itself, right? But jokes aside, they just like they let me know like, there are people out there who don't think the same way I do. And I aim to always like acknowledge those different perspectives.
mm,
I'm not gonna think they're right. I'm just gonna know that I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're there. You're there hating on me.
yeah,
How does it feel like to have a pretty girl like me always on your mind? Mm?
yeah,
And they're always all mad. They're like, like you. you're a piece of shit. And I'm like, you thought of me first, right?
Yep.
Like, you thought of me. I ain't thinking about you. Right? I got my shit to do. You over here mauling on your screen. Like, who mad? Who's mad now? Right? Thanks for engaging in my posts. Open those engagement rates up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
By you commenting, you're just boosting my stuff. So
That's all that matters to me. Well, to the haters, that's all how the haters can contribute.
yeah.
And if you like me that much to like comment hate, whoa, I'm honored to be perceived in such a high manner that like you feel the need to bring me down. Like, thank you. I always knew I was the best.
Oh my god. True that. True that. All right, guys. I think that is where we will end this Tuesday's bonus episode of Nerd Talk. And don't forget, on Friday we have just a regular Nerd Talk episode that's coming out. So be sure to check that out as well. But for as per usual, should be up on screen now. These are all the ways that you can follow and support. But for those who are listening on podcast, how can people find you and people support you?
Um, you guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch and YouTube under Hello Mycia, HELLOMYCIA. Please don't call me Mycia. That makes me sound like a bacteria. My name is Mycia. Thank you. Um, you guys can also visit my Beacons link, Beacons, beacons.ai/MYCIA. For ways to support me in my future cosplays, I have a coffee as a KOFI, as well as other ways you can donate to me and provide support for future stuff. Because honestly, man, every single like ounce of effort and money I get from like this passion or put towards this passion just gets recycled back into the
Yeah.
hobby. Like, I just want to have fun. I just want everyone to have fun with me, you know?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone, for like being on my journey, supporting me. I love you all, and I would never be where I am without everyone by my side. So thank you.
And also just be sure to check out the regular channel here as well. I'm trying to think what we got going on. I don't think we have that much going on. I think we're about to start our playthrough of the PlayStation 2 version of Spider-Man 2. And then also we'll be doing some Halo content as well, because that show also comes out here in a few weeks as well. So plenty of stuff going on the channel. So be sure you check it out as well. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And other than that, we'll definitely have you back on. I think we kind of talked about it a little bit, because I think I asked you what kind of gaming you're into. So we may work on. We'll see. We may work on something and see how that goes. But guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.